Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, another lovely day, and I trust that everyone is doing okay. This evening, actually, I'm going to just be sharing with you some cards that I did during the week, and just let you know how I got each one done, what I used, and of course, you take a look and see if it's something that you do like. Of course, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as click on that bell so that you can keep track of all the videos that I would be posting. So it's not a whole bunch of cards, but it's something that I was working on all week. In between, when I needed to clear my head or if I needed just to, take a moment. Yes. So those are the cards that I'm going to share with you. And with that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first card I have here, I'm going to show you. It's actually, I had a die that I used. All I simply did was just punch out more than one, and I layered it in such a way that there is like the overlap, and it's supposed to be a sunflower. May not be the typical sunflower, but close enough. And those are just some leaves that I had previously cut out. Sometimes when you are making cards, you have extras of something. So these are the things that I use just to put this together. I did have in the back here, I had it's a pad, a paper pad, which had the same sort of design on these three colors, yellow, blue, and red. So basically I used my scissors, the pattern scissors, so that I can just cut a pattern in each. I use three different scissors and got three different patterns, and I just basically diagonal them across the card, and then I place the flower on there. And of course, if you notice, there's a neat little butterfly right here, just because I wanted a butterfly. There was no specific anything going on with that one, but I just thought it came out pretty good. And then of course at the bottom I have thinking of you. So that's one of the cards. The next one I have is sort of similar. Again, it was from a paper pad. What I did was I measured, the card itself is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I cut down my first mat actually to 4 by 5 1/4, and then once I did that I cut it in half, made sure that the edges lined up. If you can see, I wanted to make sure that they lined up properly, but I wanted a little space in between them. And of course I use black as my first matting. If you can see on the edges there, you can see the little black here. So once I had it stuck and matching, then I just placed this flower again. From this I had some extra from here, but I had a darker yellow. So with this one I added some fun foam under just to give it some dimension. So if you can, I don't know if you can see some kind of dimension here under the white. And of course it says here, take time to enjoy the simple things, because sometimes in life we lose track of the little things that makes life better, and we end up stressing on all the stresses of life rather than just remembering that there are little things that we can be enjoying. And I just put a little bird here, no specific reason, but I just put the bird there. So that's another option. This one I have a banner set, that, and these are the three sizes. And of course this is just a yellow 110-pound cardstock, and all of my cards are 110 pound for the actual card itself. I just simply, again, if you can notice, I believe these are pretty much from this same set. These three here, that's actually what these are. So you can see I actually had made two cards out of the same pattern. So I just cut one of each of the banners, and I just paste them, and then I have always believe. It's just a little, encouragement or sentiment here that I had put on, so that's another option. Then I have this here, which is basically for the spiritually minded person. Again, this was from a 110, not, I'm sorry, a 6x6 pad, the same pad that came with all of those other ones. What I did was I used my pattern scissors, and I just basically made little edges here. And of course, I used two different patterns just to kind of set it off a little bit. And I have the it was the stamp. I had a rubber stamp, the block rubber stamps. I had one, so I used it. I haven't used it in so long. I decided to just go, into my all the stuff I have and see if there was anything there that I could use. So when I found this, I said, "Oh, that's awesome." So I used this. It says the fruit of the spirit is love, and I used some colored pencils. They're kind of like satin color, but it's very subtle. That I used to just kind of give it some color. So this is one option that I came up with. Then I am actually an island girl at heart, so I wanted to include that in here. Again, this is from the same 6x6, I believe it was, pattern paper book. And again, it's take time to enjoy the simple things in life. And I just kind of stamped, just beach chair, just to remind us that there is that opportunity for just to enjoy life, just the simple things in life. And then with each of those strips I have here, I did put a little bit of distancing between them so they're not flushed. And of course, this was just something I thought it was just kind of cute just to put it in there to just offset everything. So of course the card itself is green, and this is white. So that's another little card here. This one is a brown flip up, again from the same paper pad that I have. So I did this one here. I kind of grid them down, the strips. And I put, like, the reason why I put this cup here, I was thinking, sometimes we don't even take the time to just sit down and just sip a nice cup of hot chocolate, or, just enjoy. Just take the time to enjoy simple things. Even our friends, sometimes, some of us get so busy we forget, to call our friends, or, well, of course, I mean, in this current situation with Corona, that's understood. But we forget to just take that little moment to spend time with someone or our friends, and just have a simple little cup of tea, or a nice little, what do you call it, mocha shake or something. But that's what inspired this one. Because I haven't seen my friend in a while because of this corona, so this one inspired me. This one is another rubber stamp I have. It says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." And it's, it has the lighthouse, that's just the waves. I kind of use the pencils that I had before, the color pencils that I use, and it's in this set. I got it actually from Hobby Lobby. It's called Fine Touch, but it comes, excuse me, it comes in different colors. I'm not sure what this color is, but it's like I think it's like a satin type colors, like, so, but it's very subtle. It's not, as you can see, it's not very loud or anything. So I use this, and for the light I actually use just a regular Crayola, just to add the little light. And then I used, I think I have my black right there. I have my black pen here, just kind of to edge everything to make it stand out a little more, because I felt when I put the stamp on it was too light. So I used the pen. This one is a Precision V5 rolling ball, and it is actually really nice, to get little lines. It's not wide, it's just very slick and simple. So this is another card. Then I have this one. This is a thanks or thank you card. This here, I actually had got this stamp set. It's very simple. It was on sale at Michael's, and I thought, maybe I should just pick it up and see what I can come up with. So then I took just a plain white piece of cardstock, that's 65 pound, and I kind of just, stamped around, and I liked it. So then I cut it up, and then put a black piece of cardstock behind it, just for, some kind of trimming, and to offset everything, to give it a little more oomph. And then I had I do have just a simple as like foliage stamp. So I just stamped it out, and then of course put the word thanks there from a stamp, acrylic stamp. So these are all acrylic stamps, and of course these are block stamps. So that's how I got those here. So I just kind of played around with it, and I liked what came out of it. So that's one. Then I have this one here. To be honest, when I started this, I really didn't know where it was going, as usual. But again, I have this die cut, just different sizes. This is the medium die cut, and there's a larger one and there's a small one. So like they came in 3 sizes. So basically I went and I die cut a few of them, and then like I stuck them at different angles, and then cut around the matting here, so that you could have you could see the edges on this one and this one. So this is just like, a little best friends forever card. And of course I use pearlized drops here, and these are the liquid pearls by Ranger that I used. It's not a typical sunflower, but I just thought, I would just play around a little bit. So this is this card, and I did have a heart stamp, acrylic stamp, as well as this here. And I used this Precision just to do like stitching around the sentiment. So this, excuse me, this is one. I have a couple more, well, one more actually. This one, oh, it's this way, sorry. So this one, I kind of wanted to play around with colors and just make it so fun. So this one, as you notice, there are pink flowers and there's green. So I wanted to actually, bring out the fun in it, rather than just have just this simple flowered background. So I actually attached 2 mats. One, I just cut down just, a couple of notches smaller than the of 4¼ by 5½. And then this one here would be 4 by 5¼ and then I just attached it to the green matting first, and then I attached it to the card because I wanted to make sure this was centered on the green. And then I just had like a flower die cut that I use for this one, and there is the green pearlized drops in the middle just to set off the pink and green, and acrylic stamp thinking of you. So these are some of the cards that I came up with during the week. And of course I do have my website attached and linked on my YouTube channel. So I would like for you to visit and just take a look and see what I have going on. And These are like just a whole bunch of scraps that I had. So I had seen videos how, just to make tags. I haven't completed those, but basically it's all silver on the back. And then because these are kind of thicker kind of 12 by 12 paper pad, this silver is really thick. So what I was able to do is just take all the scraps and just play around with it. No matching, just sticking them on and coming up with the tags. So this is the last thing I was working on. So that's pretty much it. Again, I would appreciate any comments or feedback you may have. I will be working on some other cards during the week as well, and I will be posting them and so that you could see. So enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so very much for watching. Be safe, be blessed, and I will continue to pray for us to be restored to some degree of normalcy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.